How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Wi-Fi battle. Today we're battling versus Combo King 9000 from the Discord server. You should definitely join the Discord server. It is the best place to go for battles right now. Let me know who you think is going to win based on the teams you see on screen right now, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. With that being said, let's jump into the game. And the battle begins. So my opponent Combo King is going to lead off with the Claydol. I led off with Cresselia because Cresselia just matches up pretty well against their entire team. So I figured it may become an appropriate lead, to be honest with you. So they're probably going to set up Stealth Rocks right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight away into my Weavile. And then Weavile or Mantine? I think Mantine's a good one. No, I think Weavile's the best one. So I'm going to go into Weavile real quick. There we go. Going to withdraw our Cresselia real quick and go into Weavile. Weavile matches up pretty well against Claydol because the main thing it's going to be doing is going for like Earth Power or maybe Stealth Rocks, Rapid Spin, stuff like that. I think we're more than likely going to see a Stealth Rocks here as they do go for the Stealth Rocks, which is absolutely fine. I'm glad I got the Weavile in while I did. Now we get to hit something really hard. Inclined to go... I'm inclined to think they're going to switch into Granbull or the Miltank. So I'm kind of thinking toss up between Icicle Crash and Throat Chop. I'm going to go for the Icicle Crash. I think that's the best bet, to be honest with you. They might even stay in and try and tank an attack so they can get off an attack on our Weavile, to be honest with you. If they have Explosion or something, then that's going to be wild. They're going to withdraw the Claydol, and they're going to go into what? The Granbull. We made the right choice with the Icicle Crash, at least, as Granbull's going to get the Intimidate off, which is just fine. Icicle Crash is still going to do a decent chunk of damage, provided it hits, which it doesn't. That's a great start to the game. So, with that in mind, let's go into our Haunter. Haunter is a good one here because they're definitely going to go for either a Close Combat or an Earthquake. They might go for a Fire Fang. I doubt they go for a Fire Fang. They might. The main thing I'm looking at is the Play Rough. And Haunter obviously resists Play Rough. It is a bit frail, but it can definitely resist the Play Rough and get some serious damage off on this Granbull if it wants to. So let's see what they're going to do here. They go for an EQ. We have got the Levitate. See, I know it'll be EQ or something like that. Fully expecting the Magnezone to come in, you know. We get a free Sludge Bomb off. I'm actually going to go for the Shadow Ball instead because they're not going to want to stay in to take a Sludge Bomb. They are more than likely going to go into... Oh, wait, no. Sludge Bomb now. Are they going to go into Claydol? They won't go into Claydol because they can just switch on. They're probably going to the Miltank, right? Let's go for a Sludge Bomb. Let's go for a Sludge Bomb expecting the Miltank. They are going to withdraw the Granbull. Of course, they don't want to face off against the Haunter. Definitely not what they want. They're going to go into the Miltank, which is what I anticipated. Glad I didn't go for the Shadow Ball expecting the Claydol. It was just too risky as the Sludge Bomb is going to come through, do some decent damage to the Miltank. That actually tells me that that is a specially defensive Miltank because Haunter's got decent special attack. I've got to be honest, it's got some decent special attack. So, with that in mind, we can probably expect a Thunder Wave. Probably going to go for a Thunder Wave, I would say. So I'm inclined to go into my Magnezone. Magnezone can definitely take a Body Slam. Can't get paralyzed. Which is great. They might even go for... no, they've already got Stealth Rocks up, so they wouldn't go into that. They might do something else. They might do something else. They actually go for an Iron Tail, which is going to miss. Doesn't matter because that was not doing anything to Magnezone. To be honest with you, it wasn't going to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, with that in mind, let's go for a Flash Cannon on this thing, fully expecting them to go for an EQ. However, just getting the damage off on this thing is going to be really important. We can take an EQ. We've got the Shuca Berry. We're absolutely fine. It's not stabbed. It's Miltank, so it's only 100 base attack. We're going to eat that up like it's nothing. We would have eaten it without the Shuca Berry, to be honest with you. As we're going to be able to go for a Flash Cannon real quick and get some serious damage off on this Miltank. There we go. That's what we like. So, Miltank's a tough one. It's a very bulky Pokemon. It's one that you don't see very often, but it's very bulky. So we're going to go ahead and and expect them to go into... See, Raticate works really well against that team. If we can get the Infernape and the Alakazam out of the way, we just need a free switch into into the Rat. That's all we need. Do I need you anymore? No. Do I have a switch in? Not really. I've got Cresselia. Cresselia can switch in just nicely, and we can potentially get a Thunder Wave off on this thing. Getting a Thunder Wave off on anything on their team is going to be really helpful for the Raticate later down the line, so I definitely want to do that. I should have probably Volt Switched, but I was fully expecting to go into Claydol, to be honest with you. Fully expecting them to go into Claydol, so we'll go into Cresselia. Cresselia is physically defensive AF. They do actually go for a Milk Drink. That looked really wrong. Really wrong. Really wrong. Wrong to the wrongness of the wrongness factor. So, Cresselia is in. We're going to go for a Thunder Wave on something on their team. We don't know what it's going to be yet. But something is going to get paralyzed, which is absolutely phenomenal for us. So they've got Earthquake, Iron Tail, Milk Drink, and probably Body Slam. So we don't have to worry about Heal Bell, which is great. Absolutely great. So let's see what they're going to do. They are actually going to go for an Iron Tail just to get some damage off on the Cresselia, I guess, as we're going to get a nice and powerful Thunder Wave off, which is just perfect. So we don't have any recovery on this particular Cresselia. It's more of a supporting role with the Calm Mind potential to sweep later on down the line. I say sweep in quotation marks. So Cresselia is actually in a really good position right now. We could just go for a Calm Mind if we want to, because we are eating up all this Miltank's hits for days, to be honest with you. They might reveal the Heal Bell now, which means they don't have any stab, which is great for us. There we go. Going to go for a Calm Mind real quick. We do outspeed because of the paralysis, which is great. Going to get some boosts in our special attack and special defense, which is always nice. And let's see what this Miltank's going to do. So they're going to go for a Seismic Toss, a guaranteed 50, which is pretty neat. We should be able to just go for a Psychic now. I'm pretty sure Psychic works just fine. Just fine. Psychic works just fine here. So getting some damage off. Psychic type boost is going to be really good here. There we go. Going to go for a Psychic. Let's see how much damage we're talking against the Miltank. Not much at all, to be honest with you. But we do get the special defense drop, which is perfect, as they're able to go for another Seismic Toss. Not too fussed about that, to be honest with you. It's not really that big of a deal to me. It's not really that big of a deal to Cresselia. It is slowly getting whittled down, which is fine. But I'm just more inclined to getting the Psychic damage off, to be honest with you, because this Miltank is just like, well, it's boring me now. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Let's go for the Psychic and get some damage off. There we go. Go for a Psychic real quick. After the special defense drop, it's going to be doing a lot more damage to him. And they're fully paralyzed. That is what we like to see. A bit of hacks on my side for a change. I'll take that. I mean, we were winning this matchup anyway with the Miltank. You can go for Milk Drink all at once. Chances are we're going to get a special defense drop at some point again. So why not, eh? Why not, buddy? Why not? So we'll go for a Psychic again and get some damage off on this Miltank. There we go. And we might even get the KO right now, as we do get the KO. So Miltank goes down. That was a crit. Did not matter. I'm pretty sure that didn't matter. Even if it did, oh well, that's the game we play. So we're going to get some leftovers recovery, which is great. And now they kind of have to go into Alakazam or maybe the Gramble. They're going to go into the Infernape. Infernape, I'm inclined to believe, is choice banded by the way they've brought it in. So I'm also inclined to believe that a Thunder Wave will go a long way here. So they're probably going to go for a U-turn. They do go for the U-turn. Choice banded, that's going to do a lot of damage to us. Yep, they're definitely choice banded. That was a crit. But it's still definitely choice banded. It's got to be, right? Gotta be choice banded. Gotta be choice banded. Now they're going to go into Claydol. Very smart choice, because obviously Claydol could not be paralyzed by Thunder Wave. It is ineffective. However, we still got the special defense. We still got the special attack boost that we had earlier. So we could easily go for a Moonblast right now and just get some damage off on this Claydol. That's the main thing I'm thinking of. Getting some damage off so that we can pave the way for Raticate to come in and take some souls. There we go. Go for a Moonblast real quick. We do outspeed because Cresselia is actually not that slow. It's really weird. We get the special attack drop, which is perfect, as now they're going to go for a Ice Beam, which is going to do minimal damage to us. Absolutely minuscule damage, and it doesn't even get the freeze. Like, do you even hacks, bro? I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't want to be frozen. I'm saying that like I'm disappointed in not being frozen. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for another Moonblast. I see absolutely no reason not to, as they basically have to switch out here. They should really go into the Gramble or something, I would say. There we go. Go for another Moonblast real quick. Get some damage off. I wish I had Ice Beam on this Claydol now. As they go for a Rapid Spin, that's going to do minimal damage, but it does get them a speed boost, which is pretty good on their part. It means they're going to be outspeeding some of our Pokemon a bit more easier with the Claydol. Now, I'm kind of in a bit of a tough position right now, so I'm not doing barely any damage to them. They're not doing barely any damage to us. And it's a bit of a stalemate right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch out. And expecting an Ice Beam, I'm going to go into my Jester. Because now they don't have any real switch in. So I'm going to go into my Haunter real quick. That way we can get a nice, clean, super effective Shadow Ball. We don't have to worry about the Miltank switching in. So we can just get a free Shadow Ball on whatever we want, really. There we go. Going to withdraw our Cresselia into the Haunter. We should definitely be able to take an Ice Beam, no problem whatsoever. As they do go entirely for the, what do they go for? Drum roll, please. An Ice Beam. We're going to take that like it's nothing. There we go. Are we going to get frozen? We're not going to get frozen. We're not going to get frozen. There's no way we're getting frozen, okay? What we do get, though, is a Shadow Ball off. So Shadow Ball is going to come through right now, and it's going to do a lot of damage to whatever they want to bring in. They can bring in the Gramble, they can bring in the Feraligatr. We are doing a lot of damage. There we go. Going to withdraw the Claydol. What are they going to go into? They go into the Feraligatr. Oh, I think Feraligatr might be two-shotted here, so that's a nice and shiny Feraligatr as well, which is always nice. We're just going to go for the Shadow Ball real quick and see how much damage we're talking here against the Feraligatr. Not too much. We don't even get a special defense drop, so this is a tough position to be in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just stay in. I'm going to double down on the Shadow Ball because I am entirely confident that they're going to go for a Dragon Dance right now, and we're going to put a stop to that. So we'll go for another Shadow Ball real quick, and I believe this is the right play to make. They go for a Dragon Dance. Cool. So little do they know, we are actually Choice Scarfed, and Haunter naturally outspeeds Feraligatr, which means even after a Dragon Dance, we should still be outspeeding. So let's go for the Shadow Ball and find out. If they have Aqua Jet, however, that's a different story. No, we're still outspeeding because we're Choice Scarfed. Feraligatr goes down. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love to see Feraligatr going down. Feraligatr is such a cool Pokemon. I'm so glad it's good in this gen. Really glad that it's so good. Having, you know, with Gen 4 Pokedex, with the ability Sheer Force and access to Ice Punch, Waterfall, Crunch, you name it, Feraligatr's got it. It's a beast. It's an absolute beast. And the fact that it gets Dragon Dance as well is even better. So in comes the Alakazam. So Alakazam is a bit scary. It's probably Focus Sashed. However, I'm going to go ahead and sack off Cresselia right now because they're likely going to go for a Psychic. They might go for a Shadow Ball. I don't really know. Cresselia is not really doing too much for us anymore though, so I'm going to go ahead and sack it off right now as they do go for a Shadow Ball, and that's going to obviously take us out. So that's just fine. That's just fine. We can handle that. We can just handle that. It's fine. We can absolutely handle that. So scandalous. Tempted to go into Mantine. I think Mantine's probably the better one. Oh no, Weavile's definitely the better one because Weavile outspeeds. So let's go to Weavile real quick. There we go. Midnight comes in. Midnight comes in. And we're just going to go ahead and go for a Throat Chop because even though our Focus Sash, I say Focus Sash in quotation marks because they might think we're Focus Sash, is gone, we still outspeed and we KO the Alakazam provided they're not Focus Sash, which they very well might be, to be fair. There we go for a Throat Chop. That's going to destroy the Alakazam, taking it right down to its Focus Sash, which unfortunately it has. However, I couldn't see Weavile doing too much against their team anymore anyway, so there's the Dazzling Gleam. That's going to take us out, and we can just bring Haunter back in. So Haunter's looking really tasty right now. Haunter is looking good right now. Really good right now. So we'll bring Haunter back in. Haunter is just as good, if not worse. No, it's definitely not as good as Gengar. I'm joking. Haunter is definitely a really good Pokemon, though. Definitely puts its work in. We're going to go straight for the Shadow Ball. They have no switch-ins. They're just going to have to let their Alakazam go down, really. They can bring Infernape in if they really want to. If Infernape's Choice Scarf, they can probably take one Shadow Ball and dish out some damage and definitely get the KO on the Haunter, but I don't think they will be Choice Scarfed. Just based on the damage the U-turn did to the Cresselia, I don't think they're Choice Scarfed. So Alakazam's going to go down to the Haunter. Haunter claiming one more soul just for the sake of it. Why not? Why not? So we claimed the Feraligatr soul. We actually claimed a Dragon Danced Feraligatr with Haunter, and we've claimed the soul of an Alakazam as well. Because Choice Scarf Haunter is a beast. I cannot emphasize this enough. It is a monstrosity of a monstrosity. So Infernape comes in. We are in a bit of a pickle. So what I'm going to do is, expecting them to go for a U-turn right now, I'm going to go into my Magnezone. Magnezone seems like a solid one. They can definitely take a Shadow Ball and dish out some damage in return. Now, I'm going to keep my Haunter around because the Claydol's still there. You know, it's a bit of a bad Pokemon to go into. They're going to go ahead and take us out with a Fire Punch, which is absolutely fine. Magnezone is just fodder at this point because it's not doing anything else for us, as we now have a free switch into our Mantine. Mantine's a really good, it's a really good Pokemon to have out on the field right now. So we'll go into Mantine real quick, and we can get some serious damage off on the Infernape. If it turns out they're Thunder Wave, then we are screwed. Infernape could definitely beat us here if it is not choiced. We haven't seen Life Orb though. We know it won't be Focus Sash because the Alakazam was. Probably Choice locked into Fire Punch right now. So we'll go for a Scald and see what kind of damage we're doing here. They are going to withdraw their Infernape. What are they going to go into to take a Scald? That's the real question. They're going to go into the Claydol. Claydol's not going to appreciate this Scald too much as we go straight for said Scald and do some serious damage to the Claydol. So Claydol is going down right now. Claydol is going down. Claydol is going down. Really, really down. so down. And there's always the chance that the Infernape doesn't have Thunder Punch. I would imagine it does though, just purely based on the fact that they went for the Fire Punch, so it's definitely Iron Fist. Whether it's Thunder Punch or not, I don't know. So they're going to go for an Ice Beam. They do outspeed us, of course. That's going to do minimal damage to us as we go for the Skull, and we're going to take out the Claydol. So we've got 3 minutes left on the battle. It's coming down pretty close, to be honest with you. So Claydol goes down. And we've still got Raticate in the back just chilling, just doing his own thing. And we need to put a stop to that, really. We need to put a stop to that. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and see, what can we do here? In comes the Infernape. So Infernape comes in. Now, I'm fully expecting a Thunder Punch here. But I don't really see what else I can do. It's going to come down to Raticate, isn't it? I just know it. I just know it's going to come around to Raticate. Let's go for a Scald. They're going to go for the Thunder Punch. We are obviously not going to take that because we're a Mantine and we are freaking 4 times weak to Electric, unfortunately. As now, got a couple of options. So, I'm thinking we go Raticate and we let Haunter clean up. I think that's the only way we're going to win this. So we'll go Raticate real quick. And provided that they are not Choice Scarf, we should be able to pull a win here. So let's go for a Quick Attack real quick. They do withdraw their Infernape, trying to get that damage off. That's fair enough. They're going to go into the Gramble, which is fair enough as well. Gets the Intimidate off, which is just, well, like I said, fair enough. We go for a Quick Attack. That's going to do absolutely minimal damage to this thing. And now, they made the right play there because now that I think they might have just won this. With that being said, let's go ahead and go for a Facade right now. At least we've got the Guts boost for when the Infernape comes back in. So we'll go for a Facade. It should do a lot of damage to the Gramble real quick. Definitely going to do some damage to it. Not too much. That's not even enough to 2-hit KO. They go for an EQ. We're going to eat that up. We're going to eat that up. We could have gone Haunter there. We really could have gone Haunter there. But it's fine. We'll go Haunter this next turn because we want to keep Raticate around. No, we can't really do anything now. We'll just have to go for a Facade again and just let it take us out. That's the only thing I can think to do because they're probably going to switch up moves now. Yeah, no, they go for an Earthquake. We could have gone Haunter. We could have gone Haunter, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. And Raticate's going to go down. I think if we went Haunter there, we could have taken this thing out of the Sludge Bomb, got some damage off on the Infernape, and maybe finished it off with a Quick Attack from Raticate. Potentially, but I think I just botched that one then, didn't I? I should have switched out. I was really nervous about it. I really didn't want to switch into Haunter because I thought they were going to go ahead and go for another move that's going to take us out. So we'll go for a Sludge Bomb real quick, get that nice and powerful Sludge Bomb off, and hopefully we can get a conclusion to this battle before the 10 seconds runs out. So down goes Gramble. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Pick your Infernape quickly. No, we've run out of time. We've run out of time. So Infernape comes in. I really want to know how this works. No! I really want to know how this ends. It ended with a Haunter versus Infernape. I mean, look, Infernape lived the Sludge Bomb. I definitely messed that one up. I should have switched into Haunter on the Gramble's Earthquake. It was pretty obvious he was going to go for it. Should have switched into the Haunter, taken out a Sludge Bomb, gone for a Sludge Bomb again on the Infernape, dealt a massive amount of damage, then came in with the Raticate and finished it off with a Quick Attack. Didn't do that. That lost me the game. So I think I'll take that as a loss for this team. So thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.